Carib News presents the 8th annual Caribbean American Power 100, celebrating Caribbean American Heritage Month. Hosted by Etienne, Maurice. Musical performances by Sherwin Winchester, Summer and the 1XC Band, and special performance by Brata Productions. This is the Power 100 Virtual Vibes. Let's welcome to the stage Etienne Maurice.
Good evening. My name is Etienne Maurice, and I welcome you to the 2021 virtual celebration of Caribbean American Heritage Month and the presentation of the Caribbean American Power 100. So happy you could join us this evening after having such a challenging year. We have so much to celebrate, and tonight we are bringing you messages, special performances, and special showcases. So grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy the show. So to open up the show this evening, we have a warm welcome from the founders of NY Carib News and pillars of the community, Faye and Carl Rodney. Let's welcome them.
Good evening. Caribbean Americans have made our country more innovative and more prosperous. They have enriched our nation's arts and culture, public institutions, and the economy. These are the words of President Biden in the declaration of June 2021 as Caribbean Heritage Month. Carib News has been at the forefront of promoting the contributions.
As the voice of the Caribbean American community for 40 years, we are one of the initial advocates for this designation of Caribbean Heritage Month. Working with members of the Congressional Black Caucus in 2005, we have chronicled the ongoing achievement of this community and their value to this nation.
For the past 7 years, this celebration has taken to form of identifying the Caribbean American Power 100, those who are making significant achievements. Still, this year is special because we are celebrating a woman, Vice President of the United States, with Caribbean roots, and we all know who that is, Kamala Harris.
This evening's program will thrill and inspire you. We are celebrating Caribbean American Power 100 2021, and they represent excellence in many fields and are making a positive difference throughout this nation in so many ways. This evening's virtual show will entertain, inform, and motivate you. Thank you so much for joining us, and please enjoy.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Rodney, for sharing the history of the Caribbean American Power 100. We can honestly say that none of us would be here had it not been for your vision and for your dream. So thank you for making it come true. Now, up next, we have another message from the Honorable Carl Hasty. Let's take a listen.
Greetings to all gathered here today for this year's Carib News Caribbean American Heritage Month Power 100 reception. Although we are not meeting in person, this day is a cause for celebration. This annual event was put together to recognize the many accomplishments of Caribbean Americans from all walks of life, from artists to activists and everyone in between. June was first adopted as Caribbean American Heritage Month in 2005 by the U.S. House of Representatives to recognize the many contributions Caribbean people have made to our nation's history and culture. Here in our great state, the Caribbean community is vast and varied. From New York City to Buffalo to Long Island and everywhere in between, we have all witnessed the influence Caribbean culture has had on New York. Caribbean immigrants have contributed to the well-being of American society since its founding and will continue to do so for years to come. Thank you to Carib News for your contributions to our community and for always keeping the needs of the Caribbean community at the forefront. Congratulations to all of tonight's honorees, and I hope you continue your hard work and positive representation of Caribbeans everywhere.
Thank you, Mr. Hasty. Coming up next, the first group of Power 100 recipients for the Power 100 celebration for 2021. Here they are. Let's take them in.
Dr. Ainsworth A. Allen, attending orthopedic surgeon at Hospital for Special Surgery, Jamaica. Monty Alexander, jazz pianist, Jamaica. Karen Andre, special assistant to President Biden, Haiti. Kristen Barnett, Global Mobile Services Director, PwC, Jamaica. Harry Belafonte, singer, actor, activist, Jamaica. Brian A. Benjamin, Senator, Guyana. Rodney's Bichot Hermelin, Assemblywoman, Haiti. Greg Bishop, Interim Executive Director of Coro, New York, Grenada. Noel Blackburn, Manager, University Relations and Department of Energy Programs, Office of Educational Programs, Trinidad and Tobago. Michael Blake, former member, New York State Assembly, Jamaica. Renee Bowen, Professor, White House Economic Advisor, Jamaica. Dr. Basil Bryan, diplomat, author, Jamaica. Richard Bury, President, CEO of Robin Hood Foundation, Panama. Ursula Burns, Executive Chairman of Vion, Panama. Gerard Cadet, Vice President, 1199 SEIU, Haiti. Anne-Marie Campbell, Executive Vice President of Home Depot, Jamaica. Sandra Chapman, retired Brooklyn Borough President, Guyana. Carmen Charles, President, Local 420, Guyana. Patricia Chin, founder of VP Records, Jamaica. Bernice Clark, New York City Economic Development Corp., St. Kitts and Nevis.
This year, we're doing something new. We are highlighting 4 stalwart members of the community in memoriam who were previous Power 100 picks. We want to remember those we lost during the pandemic and before. So tonight, we start with Dr. Roy Hastick, who made an enormous contribution to the Caribbean American business community, working always to spotlight and elevate small businesses, as well as promote Inter-America's trade as founder of CACCI. Hope you're enjoying the proceeds so far. Let's take a listen to this message from Congressman Gregory Meeks.
Good evening and welcome. It is my pleasure to join you virtually as you award this year's honorees of the Caribbean American Power 100 list. To this year's honorees, I send a hearty congratulations on behalf of my district, New York's 5th Congressional District, which includes Queens and parts of Nassau County. As many of you know, Queens is the most diverse county in the nation, where over 100 nationalities are represented and approximately 140 languages are spoken. The Caribbean diaspora is a significant and contributing part of the Queens community, and the Caribbean American experience is documented and told no better place than in the pages of the New York Carib News. And that is why this year's honorees should be proud of this recognition. As we close out Caribbean Heritage Month, let us all reflect on the contribution members of the diaspora have made to make this nation a more perfect union. From individuals like Marcus Messiah Garvey, to Jamaica Kincaid, to this year's Carib News honorees, our country has much to be thankful for. As chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, I'll continue to play my part to ensure that the Caribbean American perspective remains at the forefront of our foreign policy and domestic debates. So I want to thank all of you for being here this evening, and thank you again for making America a more perfect union. And please enjoy the remainder of your event. Have a good evening.
Before we continue the program, a quick message from our sponsor.
We can prove to the world that Jesus is Messiah, and they will believe that he has been sent of God.
Composed of better countries inhabited by better states, made up of better counties, composed of better cities, inhabited by better neighborhoods, influenced by better churches, made up of better families. We need a generation of better men. It starts with us today.
Welcome to the second segment of the show. I hope you've been enjoying it so far. Coming up next, we present the second group of Power 100 recipients. Let's take a look.
Kristen Clark, Assistant Attorney General, Civil Rights, United States Department of Justice, Jamaica. Yvette Clark, Member of U.S. Congress, Jamaica. Una Clark, Member of CUNY Board of Trustees, Jamaica. Dr. Millicent Comrie, Physician, Jamaica. Leroy Comrie, Senator, Jamaica. Edwidge Dandicat, Author, Haiti. Tashni Ann Dubroy, COO, Howard University, Jamaica. Maurice Dubois, television personality, Dominica. Kay Foster Cheek, SVP, Onyx Pharmaceuticals, Barbados. Robin Rihanna Fenty, singer, actress, fashion designer, and businesswoman, Barbados. Sean D. Francois, President, DC 37, Haiti, and Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Wayne Frederick, President of Howard University, Trinidad and Tobago. Rashida Gale, founder of 26 Entertainment, Jamaica. Dr. Julius Garvey, Garvey Exoneration Project, Jamaica. Patrick Gaspard, CEO, Open Society Foundation, Haiti. Isima Gibbs, Board Officer, VP of Programs, JetBlue, Jamaica. Malcolm Gladwell, journalist, author, Jamaica. Lorna Goodison, poet, writer, Jamaica. Calvin Grunham, President of the Bed-Stuy Restoration Corp, Barbados. Kamala Harris, Vice President of the United States of America, Jamaica.
As we continue to honor those who have left us, we remember someone who was well known in the American business and media community, Mr. Earl Graves, founder and CEO of Black Enterprises. What a legacy to leave behind. Up next, a message from Dr. Julius Garvey.
It is good to celebrate Caribbean Heritage Month, where we remember where we came from, first, second, or other generations. The Caribbean history and culture is significant because it's a history of not enslavement per se, but the fight against enslavement and the fight for liberation in places like Haiti, the Bolivarian Revolution, certainly all Cuba and Central America, and also the Maroon Revolutions, if you will, in Jamaica, Dominica, Suriname, and other places. We resisted the enslavement of our people and the destruction of the indigenous populations. And we have brought that in terms of its inculcation in our culture. And we have brought that to these United States, all the way from Christmas Adams until our current representative, if you will, Kamala Harris, as the Vice President of the United States of America. I think we have long and distinguished contributions to the effort of freedom here in the United States of America. And as such, it gives me a great pride, if you will, but not pride in self, but pride in the fact that we continue to fight. As we look back a little bit, or not even looking back, actually, Juneteenth is right here with us in this month. So as we also commemorate Juneteenth, which was the end of slavery in the United States of America, we join with our African-American brethren as we continue the fight for freedom here in these United States of America. And it's an ongoing fight, as we know, from the daily incidents of abuse and oppression that we see and that we're ourselves subject to. But Aloueta continua, the fight continues, and we're definitely up to the task. So it's very much a privilege to be of Caribbean heritage and to participate in Caribbean Month. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Garvey. Before we continue the program, a quick message from our sponsor.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Free your mind. Read Carib News, the voice and heart of the Caribbean American community.
Welcome back. To start off this third segment, a presentation from sports marketer and one of this year's honorees, Rashida Gale.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rashida Gale. I am from Kingston, Jamaica, and I am a sports and entertainment agent and an entrepreneur. My Caribbean heritage means everything to me. It's the foundation of who I am and what I have grown into. Being from Jamaica, there's a saying that says, "We lickle but with talawa," which means we might be a small island, but we can do anything. And I truly believe that I can accomplish anything. That vision that I've had for myself has really helped propel me to where I am today. Being Caribbean is literally, like I mentioned, the foundation of who I am. And so there's a certain way we Caribbean people behave. Education is always number one. We take it super seriously. My parents instilled that in me when I was very young, in addition to not working for anyone. So I've been really fortunate to own my own businesses and just work with amazing people who have helped me get to where I am today. All of this would not be possible without being from my little island of Jamaica. I started my agency, 26 Entertainment, from literally nothing. We were in the middle of a pandemic, and my company decided that they wanted to get rid of the talent marketing division. And so I had a plethora of clients, and I was like, you know what? Let me do my own thing. I think it's time for me to branch out and redo my own thing after having a successful business a couple of years ago. And it's been phenomenal. We've not only expanded in the sports space, but we've also expanded in the influencer space, the entertainment space, and we also do brand consulting. So I'm very, very fortunate, to have a successful business while we were in a pandemic, but I think the pandemic was a blessing in disguise. I am able to secure deals with my clients. The secret is I have a great, great team. My team is amazing, and I've just been so fortunate and lucky to have a great group of people beside me who are hands-on with my clients and are selling and pitching every day. Without my team, none of this would be possible. And so it all is to them. Kudos to them for doing an amazing job, which just helps me in my endeavors. So when I saw my name on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list, I was flabbergasted. I was shocked. I was in disbelief. I was on a high. I couldn't believe that I made the list, especially with the company being only a couple months old. But it's a testament to God and the universe for aligning me in the right way. I'm so blessed and so fortunate to have made that list. It truly was a dream come true. And it's something I had on my vision board in 2020. And we all know 2020 had different plans for everyone. So I'm so happy that I was able to accomplish that goal. In addition to the Atlanta 500, I just feel so honored to be recognized by the city that I am in. There's so many amazing people here in this city, and it's growing fast paced, very fast, very fluid. So I'm so happy to be selected as one of the individuals who is an influencer in the city. So some challenges that I faced early on in the industry, I think, being young was one of the bigger things, and being a woman. It's so difficult to be taken seriously when you look like a little girl, and people are just like, who is she? What is she doing here? But it's really being committed to your knowledge, your intelligence, your confidence, what you bring to the table, making sure that that speaks for itself. And that really helped me on my journey. But being woman, being young, and of course, being Black, that definitely can play a part, especially in the USA. But I did not let that define me. Coming from Jamaica, being Black was never a worry for me. I always have loved the skin I'm in. And I'm so thankful that I've been blessed with this melanin. So I use that to my advantage, especially with the clients that I represent. A lot of my clients are people of color from different minorities and backgrounds. And so I just want to make sure that there is some type of connection with us. Everyone goes through their struggles, and I don't want these different ways about me to define my success. Advice and tips that I can give to other individuals. The first one I want to say is work hard and work smart. The hard work cannot be beaten, and it is so, so important to show the results and stay committed to your grind. Working hard will always prove itself right. And don't let anyone tell you that you can't get anything done. You are in control of your future, and you write your book. You are the author of the next chapter in your life. So make sure that you are putting everything in. If someone told you today you'll be a millionaire in 10 years, what would you now to be prepared for being a millionaire in 10 years. Approach life in that sense. And I think that ultimately all of your dreams will come true.
Coming up next, a presentation of the third group of Power 100 recipients. Let's watch these incredible individuals.
Dr. Arthur Hazelwood, renowned dentist, Guyana. Kyle Hasty, Speaker, New York State Assembly, Bahamas. Eric Holder Jr., former U.S. Attorney General, Barbados. Lester Holt, television news anchor, Jamaica. George Hulse, VP Emblem Health, Belize. Vincent Hosang, Chairman and President of Caribbean Food Delight, Jamaica. Ashley James, Associate Curator, Contemporary Art, Jamaica. Marlon James, Author, Jamaica. Karine Jean-Pierre, White House Deputy Press Secretary, Haiti. Jonelle Johnson, Government Affairs Administrator, Charter Communications, Guyana. Dr. Marcia Keys, former President of York College, Jamaica. Sheila Jackson Lee, Member of U.S. Congress, Jamaica. Rodney Leon, Architect, African Burial Ground, Haiti. Dr. Lorna Lewis, President, Malvern School District's Board of Education, Jamaica. Paula Madison, CEO of Madison Media, Jamaica. Dr. Thomas Matthew, Johns Hopkins Cardiothoracic Surgery Program, St. Kitts and Nevis. Shirlene McCrae, First Lady of New York City, Barbados, and St. Lucia. Donna McGowan, Chair, Women Advisory Board, Promise Keepers, Jamaica. Marie McKenzie, Global Ports Carnival Corporation, Jamaica. Sheldon McLeod, Chief Operation Officer, Kings County Hospital, Trinidad and Tobago.
Up next, we remember a dear friend of the Caribbean tourism community, Mr. Butch Stewart. Sandals, wow, beautiful resorts all over the Caribbean. Thank you, Mrs. Stewart, for everything that you have done, and may you rest in peace. Up next, let's enjoy a message from Assembly Member Rodnice Bichat Ermeline.
Hello, I am Assemblymember Radix Bichat Hermelin, and I am so happy to be here for the Partnership for Progress and Power Awards to celebrate Caribbean Heritage Month. It is an honor. I would like to acknowledge and thank the Carib News Editorial Board and the Board of Community Advisors and Community Leaders for 7 years running, have nominated 100 outstanding Caribbean Americans in our community. My parents came to the United States from Haiti in the 1960s. Like many Caribbean families, they were determined to afford their children the opportunity to live the American dream. To facilitate that dream, my mom worked in the hotel trade as a room attendant so that she could support me and my siblings. She helped me become who I am today. She helped me attain the American dream as the first Haitian American woman elected to office in the New York State Assembly from New York City. Since I was elected to the office, many other officials of Caribbean descent have come up to serve our community in Albany. This is a point of pride for me personally, and it shows how far we have come and what we have overcome to get to this point in history. New York City is the home to million Caribbean Americans, like my family. This month is a time to recognize the contributions of our everyday heroes, nurses, doctors, teachers, contractors, tradesmen, etc. As we recover from the COVID-19 pandemic, I recognize and thank all the essential workers who are Caribbean American. As the representative of Flatbush, Brooklyn, I know how many people in our community serve honorably as nurses, home health aides, and in the medical profession, risking their own well-being to serve the community. Thank you. As we honor our heritage, we also need to do everything in our power to make sure that the next generation of Caribbean Americans has the same opportunities as the last one, and more today. I congratulate all the honorees. I thank you for your time. Let's keep on rising. Again, this is Assembly Member Radix Pichot Herman.
Coming up next, we present the fourth group of Power 100 recipients. Let's watch.
Dr. Sidney McPhee, President, Middle Tennessee State University, Bahamas. Khalid Muhammad, Chef, Trinidad and Tobago. Steve McQueen, Film Director, Trinidad and Tobago. Guilford Monrose, President, 67th Precinct Clergy Coalition, USVI, St. Croix. Mark Morial, President, CEO, National Urban League, Haiti. Wes Moore, CEO of Robin Hood Foundation, Jamaica. Dr. Claire Nelson, President, Institute of Caribbean Studies, Jamaica. David Patterson, 55th Governor, New York City, Jamaica, St. Kitts. Nick Perry, Assemblyman, Jamaica. Roxanne Persaud, Senator, Guyana. Melissa Proctor, Chief Marketing Officer, Atlanta Hawks. Abby Phillips, CNN White House Correspondent, Trinidad and Tobago. Earl Phillips, Secretary Treasurer, TWU, Local 100, Barbados. Colin Powell, First African American, Secretary of State, Jamaica. Sylvia Hinds Radix, Associate of Justice, New York State Appellate Division, Barbados. Cheryl Lee Ralph, actress, AIDS activist, Jamaica. Joyanne Reed, television news host, Guyana. Susan Rice, Director, U.S. Domestic Policy Council, Jamaica. Sandra Richards, Managing Director, Morgan Stanley, Jamaica. Yvonne Riley TP, FVP, Field Marketing, TD Bank, Jamaica.
Woo! So many outstanding Caribbean Americans. And to be honest, I'm so proud to be one myself, being of Jamaican descent. I'm sorry. My grandmother, she would be so embarrassed. May she rest in peace, Miss Ivy Ralph. I'm so honored to be of Jamaican descent. I'm a proud Jamaican through and through. My organization, Walk Good LA, is called Walk Good to honor my Jamaican heritage, but also my Jamaican grandmother would always tell me to walk good every time I'd leave the house. So, yes, big up Jamaica. So now, up next, we remember stalwart politician, Mr. Basil Patterson, former governor of New York from 2008 to 2010. Up next, let's enjoy a message from New York Assemblyman Michael Blake, then move into the final segment for tonight.
Blessings, everyone. This is former Assembly member and former DNC Vice Chair Michael Blake showing you all love as we celebrate and say Happy Caribbean American Heritage Month. Of course, to everyone at Carib News, much love to you, to Faye and Carl and the entire Rodney family. I'm grateful for everything that you do. Whether it be blessings out in Brooklyn, maybe it's up here in the Bronx, maybe it's to North Shore, Staten Island, maybe it's in Harlem or going out to Southeast Queens, we understand that Carib News is a powerhouse throughout all of New York City. So let's embrace our heritage. Maybe it's the great work that's happening in the community. Maybe it's the food. Maybe it's the music. Maybe it's the politics. Whatever it may be, we should be embracing our heritage and our culture. My family comes from Jamaica. Shout out to my mama and daddy after naming me after Michael Manley and Alexander Bustamante. But maybe it's Jamaica. Maybe it's TNT. Maybe it's Guyana. Maybe it's Grenada. No matter where you may come from, embrace our heritage as Caribbean and Caribbean Americans. So again, Happy Caribbean American Heritage Month. Blessings in 2021. Shout out to Carib News. And I'm so grateful for everything you do every single day. Blessings.
I can't believe it, but we are finally coming to the final segment of the Power 100 celebration. Next, we have the final 20 honorees of this year's Power 100.
Robin Roach, Associate General Counsel, DC 37, Guyana. Al Roca, Television Personality, Bahamas. Claudia Schrader, President, Kingsborough College, CUNY, St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands. Judge Jewel Scott, Superior Court Judge, Atlanta, Jamaica. Sparrow, Francisco Slinger, Calypsonian, Trinidad and Tobago. Yvette Noel Shruel, Publicist to the Stars, Grenada. Michelle J. Silver, New York City Parks Commissioner, Haiti. Tom Somerville, Product Strategy and Marketing, Ford, China, Jamaica. Reverend Dr. Jasmine Jazz, School Arc, Evangelical Founder, Senior Pastor, Trinidad and Tobago. Susan Taylor, CEO and Founder, National Cares Mentoring, St. Kitts and Nevis. Franklin Thomas, former head of Ford Foundation, Barbados. William Thompson, Chief Board of Trustees, CUNY, Barbados and St. Kitts. Marta Vega. Founder, Caribbean Cultural Center, Puerto Rico. Michael Walrong Jr., Senior Pastor, 1 Corinthians Baptist Church, Barbados. Kerry Washington, actress, Jamaica. Dr. David Williams, Harvard professor, member, National Academy of Science, St. Lucia. Jumani D. Williams, New York City Public Advocate, Grenada. Lloyd Williams, President of Harlem Chamber of Commerce, Jamaica. Maxine Williams, Global Chief Diversity Officer, Facebook, Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Basil Wilson, Executive Director of King Research Institute, Monroe College, Jamaica.
And there you have it, folks. 100 powerful Caribbean American honorees representing their islands' countries. We salute you all. Next, our final celebration of life, dear friend of the political community, Helen Marshall. Up next, let's enjoy a message from one of tonight's honorees, Mrs. Donna McGowan.
My name is Donna McGowan, and I am a proud Jamaican. I am honored and humbled to have been selected as one of this year's Carib Power 100. I hold Carl and Faye Rodney in high esteem. My Caribbean heritage has left a lasting imprint to impact change for the good. In line with this heartbeat, I've accepted my God-given role as the chair of the Promise Keepers Women Advisory Board under the new leadership of Ken Harrison, CEO. Ken has a heartbeat to see all men live out their God-given destiny as servant kings to their homes and communities, impacting change. What woman wouldn't want this? I encourage you women to send your men out there to our men's conference that will be in Arlington, Texas at the Dallas Cowboy Stadium, July 16th and 17th. Go to promisekeepers.org for more information. I promise you, you will see change. I'm elated to be foremost a woman, a wife, and a mother of 5 amazing children. As a wife, I've served alongside my husband and Pastor Johnny McGowan, associate pastor at Lakewood Church for over 25 years. God has enabled me to live out my desire to impact change in the lives of women as an international speaker and as his visionary entrepreneur and founder and creative force behind Women of Now. One is a Houston, Texas-based organization that is solely dedicated to engaging and empowering women. Along with my many creations is also Now Leaders that has served more than 2,000 leaders and individuals and over 300 pastors with a focus on pastors' wives, enabling them to live out and fulfill their God-given role effectively. My schedule is pleasantly full as I enjoy teaching the word and leading in the Now Bible study every Tuesday night and causing a spiritual revolution. Reach out to us if you desire to grow spiritually through my assistant at Allison at womanofnow.today or on Instagram or Facebook at Woman of Now LLC. My latest and most rewarding creation is Eradicate Now the Demand, END, End, our anti-sex trafficking initiative. and Woman of Now's charitable focus. God has been very gracious to me through the years and enabled me to live in the company of such game changers as Faye and Carl Rodney, the owners of Carib News, of which I'm thankful to have participated in their multinational conference. I take my hat off to you guys. For over 35 years, you have made it your mission to promote the Caribbean community, and as in your motto, taking your rightful place in the sun.
This has been the 2021 presentation of the Power 100 honorees. I am Etienne Maurice, and on behalf of the NY Carib News, we say thank you so much for joining us. Closing out tonight's show, some cultural performances and musical selections. Stay, watch, and dance. Good night.
Today's presentation is sponsored by Transport Workers Union, Local 100, and Spectrum. Don't go anywhere as we have more musical performances and cultural segments coming up next. Up next is a performance by Sherwayne Winchester.
Bust the rhythm, bring the rhythm, give me the rhythm. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling the vibes, so party. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling to jump somebody. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling to wine and hug up. I'm feeling the vibes. Will it drink and free up? Oh yeah. I'm feeling the vibes, my man. Thank God I'm alive. Day and night I inside Netflix and nothing new. The carnival spirit calling me what to do. Any type of truck pass, I swear that is a ban. Look me never inch in 90, I swear it's you come. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling the vibes to party. I'm feeling the vibes. Girl, time to wine on somebody. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling the vibes to party. I'm feeling the vibes. With me friends and me family. I'm fed up on the lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up. Can't take no more lockdown, 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 lockdown. I'm fed up on the lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up. Can't take no more lockdown, 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 lockdown. Give me the rhythm, bust the rhythm. Give me the rhythm, sing the rhythm. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling the vibes to party. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling to jump somebody. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling to wine and hug up. I'm feeling the vibes. Will it drink and free up? Soca is we culture. That does give we vibes. And whining make it sweeter. Damn, that is the vibes. Day and night I inside Netflix and nothing new. The carnival spirit calling me what to do. Any type of truck pass, I swear that is a ban. Look me never inch in 90, I ready know to jam. Feeling the vibes. I'm feeling the vibes to party. I'm feeling the vibes. Girl, time to wine on somebody. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling the vibes to party. I'm feeling the vibes. With me friends and me family. I'm fed up on the lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up. Can't take no more lockdown, 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 lockdown. I'm fed up on the lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up, lock up. Can't take no more lockdown, 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 lockdown. Give me the rhythm, bust the rhythm. Give me the rhythm, sing the rhythm. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling the vibes to party. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling to jump somebody. I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling to wine and hug up. I'm feeling the vibes. Will it drink and free up? Oh yeah. I'm feeling the vibes, my man. Thank God I'm alive.
Up next is Rumor B. Duncan II, a Caribbean event planner talking about the art of event planning.
I've always been a fan of Colin Cowie, right? He's a wedding planner / event planner. I also refer to him as a lifestyle guru, right? Not only does he the most fabulous and elaborate weddings, he's sort of like a lifestyle expert on how one should live their life. And I've always liked to entertain ever since I was young. Entertaining to me, some people may consider it a hobby. I actually consider it a passion. Right? I love the planning that goes into it, and then the end result, and then how my friends and family enjoy themselves at one of my cocktail parties or events. Every dinner, every cocktail party should be a memorable experience, right? There should be a theme. Once I've decided on all of that, then I would put together a project plan. A project plan pays a lot of attention to detail, and attention to detail will determine what type of party or event that you have. So a lot of it, in my opinion, I'd say about 75% is all about the project plan and planning it and having a vision, and then making sure it comes together to bring smiles to your guest faces. In order to throw a party, you have to know the individuals that you're throwing the party to or party for, what they like, what they're into. Everyone would love their name on a Coca-Cola bottle, something personalized, right? Because it's catered for them. It's very detailed, right? You feel special, right? When you see your name on a Coca bottle or a Coca-Cola bottle or something to that nature, right? So it's all about, okay, a lot of my friends have some sort of shallowness to them, right? So putting their names on or personalize their names on an item would make them feel special and bring a big smile to their face. And you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with that. I think long and hard, what do I need to do to make them feel like this event was catered just for them? So a lot of my friends are into arts and culture and fashion, right? So a lot of my events are geared or catered towards the fashion industry or arts and culture. I've gotten a lot of compliments on my events, and people talk about it months after they have attended the event. And I think I have a knack for this, right? Again, because it's something I love and it's my passion.
Up next is a performance by the National Dance Theatre Company of Jamaica.
You pretty motion. Bar and boom. Yalla where you go da go lifa. Bar and boom. Yalla where you go da go lifa. Bar and boom. Show me your motion. Bar and boom. I like the best motion. Bar and boom. Yalla where you go da go lifa. Bar and boom. Yalla where you go da go lifa. Bar and boom. I beg you show me your motion. Bar and boom. That the motion no motion. Bar and boom. Give me the winding motion. Bar and boom. Give me the proper motion. Bar and boom. Yalla where you go da go lifa. Bar and boom. Yalla where you go da go lifa. Bar and boom. You tell a lie, you tell a lie, you tell a lie about me. You tell a lie, you tell a lie, you tell a lie about me. You only take me fingers so touch the girl, she tell a lie about me. You only take me fingers so touch the girl, she tell a lie about me. You tell a lie, you tell a lie, you tell a lie about me. You tell a lie, you tell a lie, you tell a lie about me. You only take me fingers so touch the girl, she tell a lie about me. You only take me fingers so touch the girl, she tell a lie about me. You tell a lie, you tell a lie, you tell a lie about me. You tell a lie, you tell a lie, you tell a lie about me. You only take me fingers so
here's the question of the night. Who do you think should make the Power 100 2022 list? Let us know in the comments below. Don't go anywhere. We have more musical performances and cultural segments coming up next. Up next is Sham the producer, who will be talking about the evolution of dancehall music.
Greetings. My name is Richard Brownie, aka Shams the producer. And as my name suggests, I am a record producer, musician first, record producer, artist manager, and I'm also A&R at VP Records. I started out back in 1997. Yeah, I started producing in 1997, and that's the same time when I started working with TOK. So I managed and produced TOK for a number of years, and I managed and produced Mr. Lex also. Production wise, I mean, I've worked with everybody. Beenie Man, Bounty Killer, Sean Paul, Shaggy, I mean, all the Jamaican megastars, Vibes Cartel, most of the Jamaican artists that you can think of, I've worked with them. How did reggae turn to dancehall? Reggae evolved from, ska or bebop. You know, that genre existed before reggae. And I always make a little joke saying that the man them was smoking a lot of weed. And that's how they arrived at reggae. Being that ska was very fast, you know, che, 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 che. That's the typical style of ska. And reggae is che, che, che. So you can clearly see that it is slowed down. The difference between reggae and dancehall now is that dancehall has a more upbeat, not like ska, because the rhythm pattern changed. But dancehall have a different vibe. Dancehall, the whole concept of dancehall is a fun vibe, because dancehall actually started out as a space, not a genre. Meaning, anywhere a sound system string up, anywhere you set up to have a party, whether it's on a football field or in an auditorium, that space was then coined as the dancehall. So we used to say we're going into the dancehall. Right? So after years of going into the dancehall now, playing a specific type of music, the popularity of that music became dancehall. And the whole DJ vibe came about from toasting. They used to call it toasting, whereas people like Daddy U-Roy, I think he's one of the main individuals that started that whole movement. And King Stitch and a bunch of artists back in the day. They used to when the sound system string up in the dancehall, the selectors used to play the version or the instrumental or the dub versions of songs, and they used to take the mic and just toast. So they used to just talk some stuff, rhyming and just talking a bag of things on the mic in the dance, and it built a vibe. So they were basically creating an energy for the crowd to enjoy themselves, and that is where this whole DJ phenomenon came from. Regarding dancehall, 90s dancehall now coming up, from 80s to 90s come up. The difference is when I started in dancehall music, it was slower. From the 90s, the tempo kind of speed up, and then you had, the Steve McGregor sound, the Don Corleone sound, and who else? A bunch of other producers was there at the time doing, the faster type of dancehall. Coming from that Steve McGregor sound, this is 2000, mid-2000, and then coming up now past 2010, the younger generation, again, they start listening to more trap music. As trap music gained popularity in the world, it kind of influenced how Jamaicans produce music. So them start using more trap sounds, and so them have this thing now called dancehall trap or whatever. So that's where the sound is now. So it leaves from sounding close to reggae, very similar to reggae, to the dancehall as in the 90s, which a lot of people say that is the best time for dancehall, to the Steve McGregor sound, and then now to trap dancehall. So that is where it is at now.
Coming up next is a musical performance from Jamaican artist Summer featuring 1XC Band.
Honey, honey, spend that money, honey, honey, on that bling, on that rim, on that skinny little thing, oh, on that ring, on that bling. Money can buy me anything, make that money, honey, 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 honey. Hustle me a hustle, work hard for the greens. Girl have dreams to be swimming in money. Greens, green dreams. Yo, 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 me say I hustle, me a hustle, and I aim, me a aim. Cause in a couple years, my life won't be the same. Greens, green dreams. Cause a girl like me no talk too much. Real hungry, relax, me no bother with the fuss. When a girl violate and I touch my phones, me kick on her face, so no much for discuss. Me no like the badness, cause me real cute. When it comes to me money, me ready for the feud. Demon girl, when it comes to me food, if you not talk money, me no in at the mood. Hustle me a hustle, work hard for the greens. Girl have dreams to be swimming in money. Greens, green dreams. Yo, 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 me say I hustle, me a hustle, and I aim, me a aim. Cause in a couple years, my life won't be the same. Green, green dreams. Jehovah guide me, me no take your eye off of me. Me realize it, that's why me no question the thing. And that's why me just a wait star for me time be. That's why me just a move and a brace and a step. Bad mind upset, push them button, make them talk, cause I know nothing. While them just a tap me money pile up in a dozen. I know my loot that, and I watch that. Me just a focus on me cash up, green tree. Yo, 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 me say I hustle, me a hustle, work hard for the greens. Girl have dreams to be swimming in money. Green, green dreams. Yo, 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 me say I hustle, me a hustle, and I aim, me a aim. Cause in a couple years, my life won't be the same. Greens, green dreams. Yo, so make that money, honey, honey. Spend that money, honey, honey. On that brim, on that brim, on that skinny little thing. Oh, on that brim, on that brim. Money can buy me anything. Make that money, honey, 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 honey. Hustle me a hustle, work hard for the greens. Girl have dreams to be swimming in money. Greens, green dreams. Yo, 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 we say I hustle, me a hustle, and I aim, me a aim. Cause in a couple years, my life won't be the same. Greens, green dreams. Yo, 21 now hustle, we a hustle. 21 now hustle, we a hustle. Green, green dream. Yo, 21 now hustle, we a hustle. 21 now hustle, we a hustle. Greens, green dreams.
Coming up next is our last musical performance of the night from Bratas Productions.
Welcome to Carib News and Power 100 celebration. As we know, music is an integral part of the Jamaican experience. But oftentimes, we forget folk culture and folk music. It's left way in the back. It was Marcus Garvey that said, "A people without a knowledge of their past is like a tree without roots." Let's remember that folk culture, folk performance and music is our foundation. So we have to continue to water that foundation. Remain rooted and grounded in those very core principles. Continue to celebrate them. Embrace them in the fray of contemporary life. All right? Enjoy.
Children, yes, Mama. Where have you been to? Grandmama. What did she give you? Bread and beer. Where is my chair? Up in the air. How can I reach it? Climb on a broken chair. Suppose I fall. We don't care. Think of those manners. Sit down.
taking a Uber next time. Them late all the time.
This concludes the Caribbean American Power 100 celebrating Caribbean American Heritage Month, brought to you by Carib News. A special thanks to all of our Power 100 honorees, all of the musical performances and cultural acts, our sponsors Transport Workers Union Local 100 and Spectrum, and a special thank you to the viewers. We'll see you again next year.